les défis, les enjeux, puis la réalité des entreprises, nous sommes des spécialistes pour vous soutenir dans la gestion des ressources humaines et la formation de la main-d'œuvre. On vous donne tous les moyens pour que les retombées en ressources humaines soient au rendez-vous.
Notre créneau, c'est la gestion des ressources humaines. Que ce soit le développement de la main-d'œuvre, l'organisation du travail, la formation, le recrutement et la mobilisation des employés.
Nos services peuvent être accompagnés d'une aide financière pour répondre aux besoins de votre entreprise. Les services de soutien et d'intégration en emploi offrent les programmes de subvention salariale qui permettent de rembourser une partie du salaire de l'employé. Nous soutenons la gestion de la diversité culturelle via différents programmes qui s'adressent autant aux employés qu'aux employeurs.
Nos services, personnalisés et sur mesure, sont adaptés à vos défis et à votre réalité d'affaires. Ce qu'on peut s'attendre lorsqu'on contacte Service Québec, de l'écoute, du soutien et de l'accompagnement. Nous allons analyser vos besoins en vous invitant à compléter un outil que nous avons développé, le portrait RH. Ensuite, ensemble, nous allons établir un plan d'intervention. Vous aurez ainsi accès aux subventions et aux ressources pertinentes pour vous aider dans l'atteinte de vos objectifs.
Que ce soit pour générer de la synergie d'équipe, favoriser la collaboration, améliorer la communication ou bonifier la marque employeur, on vous appuie pour que votre entreprise se démarque.
Il est essentiel que les ressources humaines soient au cœur de votre stratégie d'affaires.
Hello, everyone. Bonjour à tous. It's a great pleasure to be here in another digital session for our Expérience Technologique Campus Party Canada 2021, the first year of our official campus party in the country, which we're super proud of. And speaking about being proud, I'm proud to have this chance to bring on stage and interview a great friend, Emma Todd, which is an expert in the world of mining and blockchain. Emma, hello.
Hi, Juliana. It's so nice to see you. I'm always just so happy. You know, I think whenever I see you, I think the pandemic has really made me appreciate my friends. And I'm just like, oh, you know, like we're not in person, but, you know, so good to see you.
It's great to see you too, Emma. Thanks again for joining us. So we're going to have a great conversation about blockchain mining, the role of women in this context. But first of all, you recently went to Vegas for Money 2020, right?
I did.
So it's good to have like the full sentence. You went to Vegas for Money 2020 conference.
Yeah.
How was the conference?
It was really good. It was, I'd never been to Money 2020 before. I'd received invitations, I just never made it. And I went this year and it was absolutely incredible. Just the opportunity to meet all these incredible people that you've heard about. You know, I saw Magic Johnson speak, the former basketball player, and it turns out, and I had known this because I had read about it, he has a thriving business. Magic Johnson Enterprises is $1 billion company, and he's doing really great things with urban and Latino people in the US and going into those areas and really building them up. And he's really doing great things. And I also saw Alexis Ohanian speak. He is he's a founder of Reddit and very, very smart guy and knows a bit about crypto. And so I was happy to hear him talk. I got there half an hour early to make sure that you know, I have a really good view of what he was saying. And so it was really, really great. And just the people there were fantastic. I got to hear Stephanie Cohen. She's the group head for and one of the members of the managing committee for Goldman Sachs. She was incredible. It was really great to hear her. And I got to speak. I spoke about entrepreneurship with a bunch of really great ladies. We killed it on that platform. Myself, Michelle Bayo, Elena Latani, and Lucia Gallardo. We spoke about entrepreneurship and the different stages. And I was the stage 5 years onwards. So it was really good, really, really good. It was a fulfilling week. Tired. I am so tired.
I can imagine. That must be busy. So Emma, I mean, you've been there, and we've been in many blockchain events, and one of the events that we are familiar with is the Blockchain Revolution Global here in Toronto. But you've been around and you've been talking to people, and there's a lot of hot topics when it comes to blockchain, like decentralized finance and NFTs. But you come from a background on mining, and mining is your world, right? So I have a question for you that is a hot topic on mining, which is, what is the impact of blockchain into sustainability? Because we've been seeing people questioning like what is not sustainable about that. Can you enlighten us on that aspect, please?
I can. And once again, I want to say thank you, Elon Musk, for bringing it to everyone's attention. You are incorrect, but I'm happy to have a chance to set the record straight. So everybody was concerned about mining because mining uses energy. There's no way around it. It just does. And so there was a feeling, and Elon Musk incorrectly said that, it was not renewable, what people were doing or what companies were doing. And so he had some really bad concerns about Bitcoin or crypto mining in general. Now, I appreciate those concerns and, a chance to sort of set the record straight. So mining historically was happening mostly in China. China represented 70% of the mining, and the rest of the world presented 30%. And most of it was in China actually was renewable. It was hydro. It was coming from water. And some of it was coming from coal, but the majority of it was coming from water. However, the Chinese government shut down Bitcoin mining or crypto mining earlier on this year. And so there was this mass exodus to other parts of the world. So the US, Canada, Russia, other places like Paraguay. And what we're seeing now, and it's really good that a lot of companies are putting renewable at the forefront. So they're saying, listen, we really want to do Bitcoin mining, but we really want it to be renewable. And they're finding ways to do that. Some of the ways that they're doing that obviously involved hydro. Some you can use wind. Wind is a new thing everyone's really talking about. We've got nuclear. People are talking about that one. And another thing that people don't like talking about, but it actually is, a form of clean energy. It's natural gas. So natural gas is considered clean. Other things that you can do is also, people don't like to talk about flaring. Flaring happens when the excess gas that gas companies use to when they're getting the natural gas out of the ground is excess gas that is generated. It's called methane gas. Guess what? Bitcoin and crypto miners have found a way to take that excess gas that was just going to go into the atmosphere and use it to help them mine Bitcoin. So it's excess gas that was just going to pollute the atmosphere. They found a way to harvest it and use it for good. That's absolutely fantastic. But what people don't like is it obviously generates from natural gas. So they're not very happy about that. But yet, Bitcoin mining has found a way to do something good from something that wasn't that good. So we're pretty happy about that. And with that in mind, a lot of the places that people are going to right now are Texas. They're going to Texas, they're going to Alberta, where you're going to find natural gas. And we're really looking to see how we can make things clean and eventually renewable. And what some companies are doing is using carbon offsets. So if you mine a certain amount and it's not clean, it's not renewable, you then get carbon credits to offset what you actually have mined or used that is not renewable or clean. My friend, I apologize. That was a really long-winded explanation, but I hope it helped you understand a little bit. I'm sorry. I can totally go off on mining. I'm
think
that
it's an amazing
person.
topic, and it's amazing, like,
I'm sorry.
bringing the light, like the evolution of the ecosystem, the evolution of the value chain of mining. I think it's important for to get more clarification on the subject, because sometimes we are impacted by some specific headlines, and we need to hear more. We need to understand more. So thanks for the explanation. We appreciate it. And you spoke about the change in China. How is the geo balance on mining right now? It was in China, and now is where, right? What is happening in the geo context and the geo balance of mining?
So, you know something? Before it was 70% China. Now it's mostly the US. Everyone flocked to Texas. I have some misgivings about that. I think Texas is lovely. And I love that the political climate in Texas favorable towards Bitcoin mining or crypto mining, because that's really what we need. I'm a little worried about anyone who's not doing its immersion mining, immersion cooling for their machines, because in 18 months that's going to be a problem, but no one's talking about that, so we're going to leave it alone. But overall, most of it's moved to Texas, it's moved to the US, some of it's moved to Canada, some's moved to Russia, some's moved to Kazakhstan, sorry about that, some's moved to Kazakhstan, and all these additional places that people don't really think about. Some has moved to Europe. But really, mining goes wherever you have really affordable power. No one's going to generate anything that's expensive. So that's wherever the cheap power is, and you have favorable climate, like political climates, that's where it's going to be. I love seeing the fact that the Caribbean's trying to get involved in it. So I'm seeing some places in the Caribbean that are looking to get into Bitcoin mining, and that is absolutely great to see. But overall, what I'm seeing is if you have very favorable rates, and we're talking under 3 cents here, and you have a good stable political climate, then that's where mining is going to be.
Great. And how is the geopolitics affecting the mining? Because you just mentioned that China made a decision to stop the mining. And therefore that represents opportunities in Kazakhstan, which is a lovely place. I've been there for the World Expo on Energy in 2017. It's a lovely country. So how is the impact of the geopolitics in mining right now? What is happening around the world?
Okay, so it's interesting you say that. A lot of countries are totally open to Bitcoin mining and crypto mining. The challenge is a lot of mining companies are worried that, we love that you're open towards it, but if something happens, will we get our mining equipment back? So that's when we say, what's the political climate like? Is it stable? Is it leaning towards being corrupt? Is it not corrupt? Is it, is the government on your side? Are you going to have some challenges? Are you going to have challenges where, you've signed a contract and they've told you that, it's 6 or 7 cents, and you get there and you find that, they've tacked on all these additional things and really it's, 15 cents or 16 cents. And are you going to be able to, have adequate due process if something goes wrong? All these different things you need to consider. That's why a lot of mining companies are like, something, you've got a really great rate and we really do like you, but guess what? We're just going to stick with a first world country, something that has a little bit more stable, where we know that we can get our mining equipment back if something happens. We can, know that the courts are going to have, a way of reviewing everything that we think is fair and adequate. So that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's very interesting to know. My next topic, Emma, is, well, how's the balance, the diversity balance in the mining and overall in the blockchain ecosystem, but mostly on mining? I think it's something to be done yet.
I mean, it could be better. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably one of, and telling you right now, in the whole mining ecosystem is under 10 women. And it's a large field. But to be fair, blockchain in itself doesn't have that very many women. And so when you get, and it's because, historically, although we are changing it, and I have been here since 2016, so it's 5 years. Women typically don't go into things that are very sort of risky. And back then it was very, very risky. It's a lot less risky now. Women are definitely thriving and growing in blockchain. I absolutely love that, especially people of color. But when you get into Bitcoin mining, that is a different animal, my friend, because that is more, okay, now you understand blockchain, now we're getting deep into, crypto mining. And so there are a lot less women in that space, a lot of men, a lot less women. I think I was, let's see, in June, or was it June? July. I was on a cruise for crypto mining people, and we were like, please let this boat not go down, because if this yacht goes down, that's like a good portion of all the mining people. And I have to say, I think I was maybe one of 4 women that was not a spouse that was on that yacht just to talk about work. And there weren't that many spouses either. I think there were maybe like 14 or 15 total. And I think the boat held about 300, 400 people. Wow. But it is getting better. Yeah, it is getting better. And I really do, I like what I see, and I love working with the men in the space. They're so educated, and they're really good people. And so I really do enjoy what I do and interacting with the people that I do.
That's great. And considering that Campus Party is a very, most of our audience are young and students, what you can tell for either man or woman, what you can tell them about if they want to go through a career and building up themselves into this environment, in mining or overall in blockchain, what would be your recommendation? What you can tell them as a starting point for their development in the field?
Oh, okay. For a starting point, okay, I will tell you this right now, shameless plug. What everybody needs, not just mining, not just blockchain, anything in tech, they need developers. If you are a developer or you are tech inclined and can become a developer, that is where you want to be, my friend, because that is where people want you. They will vet you. They will pretty much give you whatever you need because they really do need your services. So if you're not sure what to do and you're thinking about becoming a software developer, that is what you want to do. That is absolutely amazing. Another thing, data analytics. I mean, they're saying analytics is the new oil, right? First it was the new gold, now it's the new oil. Everybody needs that because you always need to know if you're doing the right thing. Like you need some numbers to back up what it is that you're doing. So if you've made those decisions, that's great. If you're curious about what is blockchain, how do you get in this space? My thing is just, start on Twitter. Do what you can, go on YouTube also and follow Andreas Antonopoulos. He's fairly famous. He gives really good tutorials on everything that has to do with blockchain or DeFi or NFTs that everyone's talking about. And go on Twitter. Twitter is your best friend. That will tell you what everyone's thinking in real time. And so I am on Twitter. You can follow me, Crypto Emma TEE. Or is it T? I have different ones depending on where I am. And and look at the people that I follow. And that is where I get 90% of my news. And it's really great because sometimes I read something and we're commenting on it. And then we'll see 5 hours later that it's breaking news on CoinDesk because they have been following what we all have been commenting on. So we really are the breaking news, or we're commenting on breaking news in real time. So Twitter is your best friend.
I always like to ask some questions on these interviews about personal stories. How was for you, Emma? How was for you coming to this world of mining and blockchain? Where did you start? When? Why?
Oh, I was telling the head of Anchorage Digital, and he was just like, I can't believe you. It was too funny. So I got into blockchain in 2016. I had been working in banking for about 16 years. And I was looking for a change. I wanted to get into fintech. And a friend of mine said, what about blockchain? No, she said, what about Bitcoin? I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. She said, what about blockchain? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I went to a conference, found out about it, loved it, and dived in head first. Did everything I told people not to do, going forward. I built the car while driving it. So I figured out about blockchain and everything like that while offering, my marketing services and my consultancy services, and made some really great friends and did really had some really great campaigns. And then people kept talking in 2017, people were talking about mining. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what they were talking about. So here's where I got a little bit, I can't believe I did this. I decided to have a conference, and I invited all the top people to talk to me about mining. So I thought, I want to learn about mining. Why don't you come and talk to me about it? And all the top companies did. They showed up in New York and talked to me about mining. Bitmain, Samson Mao from Blockstream, Alex Petrov from Bitfury, so many other great people like Andrew Kegel from Hut 8. And them and a lot of people showed up and talked to me about mining, and I fell in love with it and thought, let me try start mining on the side. And then from there, it just grew, and now it's a great business, and we're doing very well.
It's such an amazing story, Emma, and it's such a great conversation today. So you've been traveling a lot. You've been participating in speaking events all around the world. Where's the next?
Dubai.
Dubai.
Next week.
Good. Amazing.
I'm going to Dubai. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to the flight. I just got back from Vegas, and Vegas took a lot out of me. So I think Dubai is going to take that much too. But it's a mining conference. I have a rule now. I only go to conferences if I'm speaking there, just because it sort of cuts down on all the travel. And quite frankly, if I'm not traveling, then I'm working. It's cutting into my work time, and I got to build my business. So that's my new rule.
Yeah, that's amazing. So thanks again, Emma. It was such a great conversation. It's a pleasure having you with us. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next week again.
We have to do lunch, at that spot. I really enjoy face-to-face conversation with you is just great, and I kind of miss that. So I look forward to seeing you in person.
Thank you very much. To all participants watching us today, this is Emma Todd, an expert on the world of mining in blockchain and Bitcoin. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you so much for having me. Take care. Bye, guys.